but far away. Hello. Should keep doing this till somebody gets on. But then everyone that watches my tape video or my live video taped won't think it's a very exciting start to a show. I almost feel my core tightening up when I do this. Did some sit-ups yesterday, worked out yesterday. Could my core be full? I mean, I do sit-ups a lot. Could I feel it today, or is this actually maybe a new exercise I'm onto? See me on TV selling this new exercise regimen. It's called the rocking chair. Great for the core. I'll have some muscly, totally fit people doing my exercise and acting like that's how they got here. That's how they got into this condition. By doing Ken's rocking chair. I don't know if I can charge for a motion. So I'm gonna have to figure out some sort of piece of equipment that makes doing this motion harder or maybe easier so I can sell it. Try Ken's rocking chair today. You'll have a 6-pack of abs tomorrow, and somehow you'll work out every muscle in your body. It's awesome. Oh, sorry, let me get my coffee. I was having a little fantasy. Do. Ba-da-boo-boo. Ooh, I don't have my water. You know, I like to have my water before I get started. What fun is my show without a gulp of water for me? I use my styrofoam cup water today, only out of ease. It's kind of got a rounded bottom because, oh my gosh, look at it outside. It's rainy and yucky, and there's a guy. Where is he? Look at him trudging to work this morning in the rain. That doesn't look very nice out there. I'm glad I'm in safe in my home. Oh, look at this. This is horrible. Look at that. Do you see how my cup's wobbling? It's because the bottom got bowed out during the freezing process. Yes, I keep cups of water in the freezer. You don't. Excuse me. I'll make sure it's nice and clean. I want you guys to have the best possible view of me that you can. Good morning, Star Blooms. Hello, Fred. Good morning, Sheeval Knievel. I like that. Good morning, James. Good morning, DDR and Batty Lynn. And good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy. Good morning, Rainey. Good morning, Mihail. And this is Coffee with Ken. It is Monday morning. It is April 21st. It is 7:26 a.m. Happy Monday. This is a little show. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Leah. This is a little show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing a little bit about the ups and downs we have in life. It's getting a little more challenging each day. The longer I do my show, the more wax is eaten out of my candle and the more it falls down here and the harder it is for me to get my hand in the jar. It's almost like my hands, I'm going to be caught with my hand in the proverbial cookie jar one day. I'll be trying to light this candle. Hopefully it won't light, because then my hand will be trapped in this candle and it will be lit, and that will hurt, and I'll have to call the fire department. A, to fix the burns on my hand. B, to dislodge my hand from this candle. I tell you what, that would make a great video. Not if you're me, though. Good morning, Mary Jane. I appreciate you watching from the Philippines. Good morning, Chip. Anyway, as I was saying, it's a show about me talking, and it's a show about me sharing some experiences. And wouldn't that be an experience? Having your hand stuck in a candle. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show. Hello, Jimmy. About me talking. You know it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. I still don't have furniture in here, or just very sparse. And so we still have echoes in this room. I haven't gotten to the point. I'm about 6 weeks behind on editing my videos. And the videos I'm editing today were early March, and I'm still in the hotel and will be for the next few weeks. So I don't know what the sound really sounds like for you, the viewer, with me in here, but I do know there's an echo. Maybe not great for live video, but it's great for singing. The audio in here is amazing. Hello, good morning. You know, I don't even know. I think it sounds really good in this room. Like explodes. You know what I'm saying? Somebody says I have a bad voice. What a horrible thing to say. I'm going to cry myself to sleep. Hello, Jimmy Newton. I'm from Wisconsin. I'm in Appleton, Wisconsin. Is this a gay-themed show? No. What would make it a gay-themed show? Me? I'm not gay. I figured the star of the show would have to be gay for it to be gay-themed. Is it the candles? Is it the fact I talk about taking baths, or that I'm singing in a room? Or are you just so gay-focused, either positively or negatively, that you see a guy like me and you either hope or fear that he's gay? No, but it's not gay-themed at all. I look like Homer Simpson. And you really like my voice. Well, thank you. Did I make it to church yesterday? We'll get to that. I'm getting major queer vibes from this guy. Luke, you might have a problem. You might have the problem. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think Luke's got a problem. And I wonder, for anybody that A, gets queer vibes, but B, feels the need to express that he's getting queer vibes from anybody. I would guess, most likely, if I was a therapist or Freud or a psychologist or something, that Luke is closet gay. And that he's projecting his own fears of his own sexuality. Like he's got him so deeply repressed that he was told growing up that being gay is bad. And so he hid it. He hid it deep in the closet. So now when he sees anybody in a good mood, he's going, oh, I get weird queer vibes. I think he's projecting. Yeah, I think it's fairly obvious. And it's interesting because I wonder if he knows it. Because he's like so afraid of somebody being gay because he is. And I'm not even. So Luke, you don't, oh, you're very gay, and I can tell a gay you can tell a gay when you see it. Well, at least you're out and you're gay. No, but Luke, you were, okay, now that's the other possibility. You're a lusting gay, and you see me and you hope that I'm gay as an object of your affections. That must be it then. Let's see, I'm just drinking my water. It's still bowed out at the bottom. But anyway, as I was saying before, Luke threw me off. Where was I? Oh, the show's not only about me talking. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I'm so excited to have my first sip. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, it's the Sumatra. I had the toasted coconut in kind of an Easter sort of way yesterday. I don't know why I think toasted coconut seems Easter-like. Maybe there's some Easter candy, chocolate covering coconut or something like that. I don't know. But after I poured it, I realized I still have a little bit of hazelnut in the back of my cupboard. I don't know why I leave my cupboard open. Might bother me a little bit. I mean, I know I should let it go. Or I should fix it. Bye-bye cupboard. This allowed me to do something else, grab a paper towel so I could blow my nose. Let's see. Good morning, Barry. How are you? Mary, I'm not joking. I might come up and go to church with you some Sunday. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Shrek. Hello, Brandon. Have I ever been in cuffs? Well, hold on. Somebody asked me, if I made it to church yesterday. I think it was JV Joe. Simple Dad says my consistency to be here on every morning is second to none. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's funny because I'll have people hop on and say, you're a loser, you're not going to make it. Whoa, yeah, you're really going to grow. Your show sucks. What's the content? Why would I watch? Blah, 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 blah. I go, I don't know. I don't know the answers to any of these questions except you're wrong. There's no way, because my audience grows every day. I think we're all so uptight for immediate success. And I'm telling you, if your audience grows every day, in 5 years, you're going to have a pretty good sized audience. Yeah? And in 10, you're going to have more. And I mean, I'm not even, what does making it mean? What does being a success mean? What does all this stuff mean? I don't know. I like going live. I like talking to my phone for a little bit. It's fun. People like hearing me talk, and I'm going to do it. Let's see. Well, JV Joe, maybe I need some mods. I think Chip's here. He's a moderator. He's trying to be, I don't know. I leave it up to him. I think I blocked somebody yesterday. I've been ignoring them for like 2 or 3 weeks as they said horrible things about me. I didn't want to give them any attention. But I just eventually said, okay, you win. I'll block you if that makes you feel good. You got the attention you wanted. Way to go. But hold on. We were just talking about JB Joe asking me if I made it to church yesterday. I did, but it was almost a miracle. I don't want to jokingly use the term miracle, lest it offend anybody. But I think I decided not to go to church. I think I fuzzed around my apartment for a little bit and then tried to lay back down and go to sleep. Poor Chip, he's doing work and he's tasked with moderation. But anyway, I tried to sleep and I said, no, let's go for a nice walk. It's Easter Sunday, let's go for a walk. And I got on my jeans and my coat and went downstairs, and my gym is right by in the basement where I was gonna leave from. And I decided to work out. I love my workout. It takes like 15, maybe 20 minutes, depending. 2 sets of bench, 2 sets of curls, 2 sets of core, and some stretching. So anyway, enough about that. So I left. I think I got my sunglasses. That's what I was doing in the basement. Was ready to go for a nice walk. Went out the door and started walking. Got about 100 yards, and I noticed some people carrying around these light blue kind of steer me into this place thing, and I realized there's a church about a block from where I live. And it's apparently they bought out a building, and I'd never even noticed it. It was called One Church. But I believe in things happen for a reason. It was Easter Sunday. My service I decided I wasn't going to go to. I'm looking for a new church anyway. I'm going, well, this doesn't look like a church. It's not the mega church that I've been going to lately. But it's got the word church in the title. So I walked in, and people are kind of moving about, organizing things in the lobby or whatever. And I think the church service had started at like 10:30, and I showed up at about 10:40, and I opened up the doors to a dark room, and there was some music going on, and I walked in and stood there for a little bit and was watching the music. And some older gentleman came up and shook my hand and said, "There's an open row over there." And I go, "Yes, I know. I'm just absorbing the vibe right now." So I sat and absorbed the vibe, and there was a young woman singing and a band playing. There was the bass player had a strange, I believe it was all pink, either tuxedo or suit. It was a weird style, but either way. Then I decided to go in and sit down. And the woman's voice really caught me. I was thinking, wow, there's something cool about her voice. There's something I think could be on a really big band. There's something unique to her voice, or a emotion, or I don't know. It's just hard to explain, but it touched me. And I go, okay. This smaller church probably had, I don't know, maybe 75 parishioners in a room that could seat maybe 200. I'm going to stay. So I stayed. And eventually the pastor got up on stage and I'd say, he was wearing a suit. I'm not sure how I feel. I haven't figured it out. Gave, I'd say, a fairly solid sermon. Solid enough for me that I stayed. And at the end, I walk out and I go, there's a free coffee area. So I grab a cup of coffee, and as I like to do, I sit in the lobby and kind of people watch and lurk to get a feel for the vibe of the church. And I'd say it was okay. I'd say it was mostly older people, but a few younger people and some families. But it was nice, and it was right there. There's something convenient about that. So yes, I made it to church yesterday. And then I got out of church because the service ended, and I got tired of people watching. And I was in a little neighborhood over there I don't go to. Not even a neighborhood, it's just a block and a half that way. I mean, it's basically across the parking lot behind me. But anyway, I'm not over there too often because I'm usually going over there because that's where the downtown and all the activity is. And I decided I wanted to go for a walk. It was Easter Sunday. I didn't know. The weather was fairly nice. Had my sunglasses on, but during my walk, the sun faded and the clouds came out. So I kind of wasn't sure if I wanted to go with the sunglasses or not. But anyway, walked by some really cool homes. There was another church, I think it was called Mission Church or something, that was half a block away. So maybe I'm going to bounce around and check out some of these very local churches over the next few Sundays and see if I like any of them or love any of them or go back to any of them. But anyway, again, there's a bunch of nice, cool, not particularly large or super fancy single-family homes so close to here. Kind of older homes, but in an awesome, nearly downtown area in Appleton, Wisconsin, really close to town. And I was thinking it'd be neat to eventually buy one of those homes one day. I have a face for acting bit of Bruce Willis and Hank from Breaking Bad. After the last 4 years, Harris will never give a dime to his church. Hello, Jake. How are you? I went to a different church. I never went to a Catholic church, really, or I haven't. Hello, Kartik. I appreciate you calling me handsome. What state do I live in? I live in Wisconsin. Dana UFC, he's calling me Dana White. Again, an easy ball joke, but I'm okay with that. Church, let's see, let's see. Good morning, Abel. Hello, Opal, how are you? All right, well, I've seen enough of the back comments, so we're going to catch up to current time. Let's see. Jesus is saying he's Jewish. Okay. Let's see. Harris says, oh no, Wisconsin. The cities are liberal nightmares. Okay. I would say that's true for any state. Yes. Wisconsin is what I would describe as a purple state that'll go either blue or red during election season. And people say, well, it's because Milwaukee and Madison are raging liberal cities. But I think that's pretty much true anywhere in the country. You go in Illinois and most of the state geographically, I think, would be red. I mean, the vast majority of it, but it's also sparsely populated. And Chicago is a big hot spot for Democratic politics, and always has been. But I think it's true even outside Illinois and the Midwest. You go to Texas even, very red state traditionally, but if you go to Austin, I'll bet you Austin is a very blue city, and that's the capital. So I think that's going to happen wherever you go. The big cities tend to be left-leaning, and the rest of the state tends to be right for whatever reason. Let's see. Hello, AZBCLS. How are you? Let's see. Harris continues. My city, Pittsburgh, is so broke they can't pave one road for 2 years. Also not a penny for overtime. Jake says the East Coast is all blue. But okay, Jake, you say that, but I'll bet you if you go to, like you say the East Coast is all blue, if you go to New York even, and I'll bet you in rural areas of New York, they're very red. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much true wherever you are. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun being me and being able to talk politics. Yeah, like EZBCLS said, upstate New York is very red, and that's kind of what I'd figure. But if you're down by New York City, obviously it's going to be very blue, and obviously most of the cities have most of the people. It seems, for whatever reason, small town folk tend to be more conservative, and big city folk tend to be more liberal. Oh, we were talking about Pittsburgh for some reason and saying how broke it was. We weren't, but somebody was. Yeah, I think about that, and what that reminds me of is about 15 years ago, Chicago used to have permit parking throughout or free parking throughout along its streets. And they were in debt, and they sold to some company the rights to put meters out in front of all the parking, all the street parking in most of Chicago, if not all. And they sold it for what sounded like a big sum at the time. And it might have been even in the billions of dollars. But they sold that right for the next 100 years. And they're already it was one of the worst deals in history because the revenue generated from these parking meters all throughout Chicago is going to be a huge, huge amount. And Chicago's still in debt, so it's a really bad move. I think government generally makes very bad moves. Yeah. That's why when people wonder what I think of Trump, for instance, love him or hate him, he's always been a businessman. And I don't think he's a racist, and I don't think he's a blowhard, but I don't think he's a bad businessman. So I would generally rather have our country with economics being a huge part of, yeah, there's military and yeah, there's moral values or whatever other things a president could lead us towards. But I think the economic well-being of a country is very significant. So given that, I'd rather have a businessman at the top, probably more than a career politician. Let's see. Trump got the Ellis Island Award next to Rosa Parks. I don't get it. Most businesses claim bankruptcy. It's how it works. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go get some more coffee. Don't you go anywhere. It's gonna be an amazing show today. Just an amazing show. One of the best shows we've ever had. I can feel it in my bones. Any of you guys watching a week or two ago when I had the crisis of the bananas? I bought like 6 bananas a couple days prior and they were turning brown and I'd only eaten 2. I've gotten smarter. I learned from that. I only bought 3, maybe 4 bananas last time. And I have 1 perfect banana on my counter waiting for me this morning. Harris, who's an active commenter, what time do you wake up if you have a live stream? Well, first of all, Star, I'll just call you, I always have a live stream. I've gone live every day for the last year outside of 1. And yeah, took 1 day off in the last year and didn't go live. So I always do a live stream. And I wake up when I wake up. For a while, I was trying to do it and take it real seriously and grow real quickly and this and that. But I don't know. I got a job. I work hard. I'm tired. I like to sleep in a little. I mean, sleep in. I was working till 10:15 last night, and I woke up around 6 this morning, so I didn't get in bed till 11:30. That's not much sleeping in. But either way, I go live when I wake up and when the coffee gets made, and I go and just talk about things or kind of wherever my thoughts take me or wherever the conversation takes me. Forgive me if this is too personal. How old are you? Oh, Mary Bissett. Paulie, I try and ignore you, Paulie. Because, Paulie, I wonder why you're here. And I'm trying to be polite to you, Paulie, and it seems you have a need to get attention from me. Because you're usually here saying negative things. And I wonder why that is. Why is that, Paulie? Why do you watch my show and say negative things all the time? Mary, that's not too personal at all. I'm 56 years old. 56 years old. I'm good, Hayes. I am good. Yeah, but Paulie says he finds it funny. I mean, obviously deeper than that. You think about you gotta have some issues if you come on a show and you poke fun at somebody all the time. You must need attention or need something. Do you need a hug, Polly? Would that make you feel better? Would it make you feel better? Top of the morning to you, the dude. Okay, Mary Bassett's in the big 5-0. Mary, I might go to church with you someday. If you really live in Green Bay, I might go to church with you. I think it'd be a neat drive. I think I'd be excited to take a trip up to Green Bay, not during a Packer game. I don't want to get stuck in a traffic jam. Not during draft weekend. I do not want to get stuck in a traffic jam. But you mentioned you went to a church, community church in Green Bay, and I wouldn't be above going up there and going to a Green Bay church. Oh, it's so good. That is so good. So good. So what else is going on? Today's the day off. I worked on Easter. Turned out I had a good day on Easter. I did my show, as you know. All right. Well, Mary Bassett, reach out to me somehow. Somehow reach out to me. It seems you should be able to send me a message somehow, some way through YouTube. Maybe comment on one of my videos or something. And I don't know. Maybe I'll arrange to go up to church in 2 Sundays to Green Bay. I think it would be, I don't know, neat. I'd like to see Green Bay. But again, not on draft day Sunday and not during a football game. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, did my show, worked out, went to church, and then I worked on Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. So it was a good day. I checked a lot of boxes. Johan, your field is beautiful. Okay, no, Mary, I'd love to go to Lambeau Field someday. I'd love to go to Lambeau Field someday. But I don't want to go to church on a day during a football game, and I don't know. It seems maybe 2 Sundays from now I could drive up to Green Bay and we could go to church together, to community church. Okay, I'll kid you not. I was for a second a little scared in my church yesterday. It's not my church. First time there, dark room, guy in a pink suit playing the bass. I looked around and was wondering if they were going to grab me. For a second, that thought crossed my mind. They didn't grab me. They were actually very nice. Very nice. Put user in timeout. All right. Well, bye, Polly. Somebody is calling me Johnny Sins. Make all humans bald forever. I mean, I like being bald. But I don't know that we necessarily need to make all humans bald forever. I think hair on people, some people look great with hair. So women sometimes, it's beautiful. I guess we could get used to it if everyone was bald, but we'd all kind of look the same a little more. Hello, what is this for? Let's see, they don't appreciate you, the hair people. Let's see. In your opinion, do I like Mary? In my opinion? I don't know Mary. But she goes to a church in Green Bay named Community. and I'm looking for a church, so it seemed kind of interesting. Hello, Isaac. How are you? Let's see. There's one of them right there. I probably should stop reading all the comments. It's kind of distracting me. They're coming a little too quickly for me. So I'll just have to tell you stories about me. Not scheduled to work today. It is a rainy day in Appleton, Wisconsin. There's a shift I could pick up today. And I'm sitting in a room without a couch and without a rug, and with a lot of financial responsibilities. I'm 56 years old. I've worked 7 of the last 8 days, or 8 of the last 9. My body hurts. My job is fairly physical. And I've been working a lot, and I'm sore, and my right knee hurts. So I'm balancing. I could pick up another shift tonight, but then I'm going to be working the next 4 nights, and my body might break down. Or I could use more money. So those two thoughts are playing tug of war in my mind a little bit. And then on the use more money thing, I'm new to Wisconsin. I just moved up here 2 months ago. I really don't have much of a social life. I like the people I work with. I enjoy what I do. So it's almost a social outlet for me. So social outlet and money is over here, and needing rest is over here. So it's like a tug of war with the to work or not to work. That is the question. The dude says that's the American system. Wear you down and toss you aside. My fear, the dude, is I don't want to get injured or sick. I mean, my fear, it feels good to rest occasionally too, but I kind of like what I do. But if I got injured or very sick and couldn't work for an extended period of time, I'd be in some trouble. And because I don't get paid salary, I need to work to make money. But it's nice because the more I work, the more money I make. I'm a bit of an aholic with whatever I do, and I'm kind of focused in on fixing my financial situation. And although I think my long-term answer to my financial situation is growing coffee with Ken, which is what you're witnessing right here, the immediate and sure assist to it is going into work and making some money every night. So I struggle. But you could look at it as a struggle, or I could look at it as I have options. Struggles, negative options is nice. I could either rest tonight, or I could go to work tonight. And either way, I'll be fine. Build an emergency fund. The dude, I'm trying to dig myself out of crap. I'm not doing I'll tell you what my emergency fund is, and I only say this sort of jokingly. I have a huge pile of change, and it's growing on my dresser in there. All my checks and cash go in and out of my hands very quickly. But the one thing I really don't touch is the growing pile of change I have. I kid you not, I've thought that. 2.5 months ago, I drove to Iowa State from the western suburbs of Chicago, and I thought I'd had it planned out, my budget. And my budget was going to be very tight. It was only enough money to get me there and back in terms of gas. I needed to go. I wanted to see my daughter get baptized at a church she goes to in Iowa State. I had a cup full of change, like it was $11 worth of change. And I was thankful I did, because I kid you not, I used it to pay for the last little fumes of gas that I got home with. So when I see a little bit of a penny on the floor or whatever, I tend to pick it up. I think you're saying thank you to the universe for the blessings you have received. And I think it opens you up to getting larger and more blessings. I really do. I think having a positive attitude. Yesterday, twice, somebody was telling me something, or we were in a situation, and I just naturally said, well, it sounds like this, and this will happen. It's going to work out really good. And I did that twice yesterday, and 2 times people go, wow, you really put a positive spin on things. Maybe I do. Maybe that's my superpower, that I find the positive. And somebody can hop on and say, I'm a realist. Anyone that says they're a realist is a pessimist. Matt Acoustic, yeah, I don't know. Matt Acoustic just said, find a penny, pick it up all of the day, you'll have good luck. Start believing it. Start believing it. See a penny on the street, be excited. I'm telling you, when you're excited and you are feeling positive and you are feeling lucky, you will notice good things happening to you. I promise you, it works. But if you're glum and you go out there and go, this weather sucks, I'm broke, I gotta go to work today, you're gonna notice a bunch of crappy things happening to you. The same things might be occurring, but I'm telling you, how you perceive the world is how the world is. My dad gave me a book, one of the first self-help books. It was written in the late 1800s, I think. And it was called As a Man Thinketh. And it was written in an old writing style, so it wasn't a light read, but it was a really short, I don't know, like 70-page, almost pamphlet, if you will. But it talked about that, and I don't think I maybe should try and reread it, because I don't think I was aware of how powerful our thoughts are in dictating how our life goes. On a different subject, I was editing a video yesterday, and people hop on and, bring up David Goggins to me, and I know who he is. He's a former military guy, I believe. He's a very success-driven man. He and I think, are finding our way to success in totally different strategies. And yes, I know he's probably a mega millionaire, and I'm me drinking coffee in an empty apartment. I'm taking the slow and steady approach. David Goggins is working out 12 hours a day to achieve it. That doesn't sound fun to me. So anyway, I was editing a video from a couple months ago, and one of my viewers says they loved his book. So I was thinking of going to the library that's right over there today and seeing if David Goggins' book is at the library and getting it and reading it. That's what I'm going to do today. Let's see. Mary Bissett, I'm at work, but boy, I'm going to get a cup of coffee because of watching you. Half your office is off today. Are you at work right now, Mary Bissett? I wonder what you do, Mary Bissett. I wonder if you can spread the word that is Coffee with Ken. I might go over 6,600 subscribers today. I tell you what, the second or third day I went on YouTube. I went on YouTube live like 3 months ago, right after TikTok got banned, because I deleted the app. Who knew they were going to bring it back later in the day, but I couldn't get the app back. I wasn't worried. I just went live on YouTube instead. And like the second or third day being live, I was kind of surprised pleasantly about the audience. And I picked up like 70 subscribers. And I'm going, holy smokes. And have always kind of thought YouTube was a good platform for a content creator. And I think TikTok's changes the rules of the game and maybe too self-promotional and maybe kind of sleazy. And I thought YouTube was a better place to build a long-term audience, and have enjoyed it over here. And I'm picking up about 20 subscribers every day, which sounds great and is great. But even at 20 subscribers every day, you get greedy and you go, okay, 5 days, 100 subscribers, 1 month, 600 subscribers, a month and a half, 1,000 subscribers, that's pretty good. And it is. But we all want to get rich quick, and we all want to make it to the top of the mountain and get in great shape and lose the weight overnight. And sometimes things take time. So yeah. Will I have a live stream tomorrow? You don't have to ask. I'm like clockwork. Yes, I can't promise that it'll be at the same time, but it'll be right around the same time. It'll be somewhere between, say, 5:30 and 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, I go live every morning. Is there an outline for the show, like something you could follow online? No. I mean, the only outline is I brew my coffee, I put on my slippers, I put on a shirt. I usually sleep in a shirt. I walk out here, I'm going like this, I'm brewing the coffee, I usually go to the washroom. Today I ran some hot water and soap on my dishes, and I push live. And I pour my coffee and I sit down and I talk to you guys. Yeah, that's the outline for my show. No real plan. And I have kind of a standard intro I do. But I talk. People ask me things. I think I have a very open-minded point of view on most topics, honestly. I think a lot of people like to paint me a certain way. I'm able to have discussions about a variety of topics. I have a lot of experience in life. I'm twice divorced. I've had a ton of money. I've had no money. I've lived in my car. I've lived in one of the coolest apartments in the city of Chicago. Yeah, I've struggled with mental health. I've found ways to work through it. I've been a drunk. I've been sober. So I think I had some experiences. Would I do a live from interesting locations, like on a lake, walking in rural villages? Well, I've certainly done lives in interesting locations. If you go back, last year I was living in Yellowstone, and I was going live from Yellowstone Park. My struggle there was the Wi-Fi or the internet connection wasn't great, so I had to be in very specific areas to go live. But I've done live videos, certainly from downtown and on walks and from various locations. Have I ever tried Vietnamese coffee? I don't know. I have lived a life, Mary. I think I'm quite interesting. And what's even more special about me is I'm interested. Like, Mary, I want to know more about the job you do at this large food company in Green Bay. I mean, we don't have to talk about it now, but I'm interested in other people. I dig deep, kind of freaks people out for a while. Like, I'll come across somebody at work and they'll tell me they're sad today. And I'll say, well, it's okay to be sad every now and again. I've been sad too. But I'll remember and I'll check back in and I'll see how they're doing later. And I don't know. I worry about people. I care. JV Joe is asking if Mary's company is a cheese company. I don't know if it is. I thought Tyson Foods. I don't know if Tyson Foods has a factory or business in Green Bay, but I thought so. Well, Fit from Fat, yeah, no, I appreciate it. Obviously, I'm drinking my coffee here in the morning, but I'll tell you what, you go back 2 months, you go back 3 months. I was doing my live from my car because I slept in my car that night. I kid you not. I mean, maybe it was 4 months ago. Yeah, I was sleeping in my car for 6 weeks. I didn't look at it as like destitute or homeless. I just said, well, I balanced the pluses and minuses. I had child support to pay, I had car payments to pay, and I was staying at an extended stay in Naperville, Illinois that was charging me like $1,700 a month. I go, one of these expenses has to go. I was working as a waiter at the time in a restaurant in downtown Naperville. The restaurant was going through a slow period. My shifts got cut back, and I said, well, I can't afford it all. So I bought a car and started sleeping in it for 6 weeks. One day it was 6 degrees. I kid you not, 6 degrees. Got myself a sleeping bag, got myself a heater, got myself a heating blanket and a little charger so I could keep my heating blanket warm. I almost think I do these things. People yell at me and go, you got a finance degree, you could do anything you wanted. I think I am doing what I want. I posted a video about regrets yesterday and not really having many, if any. I couldn't really think of it. And I was thinking there was one very nice, very talented, very attractive woman in college that was kind and good. It was a good person. And I was going, well, I could have lived a different life. Say I didn't break up with her and she and I got married and had kids. And I was going, You know, although I've always dreamed about being a married guy with beautiful kids and a beautiful wife, for some reason I couldn't picture myself, you know, at 56, even though she's probably still a great girl, being in that situation. I think I had too many crazy experiences to live, and I wouldn't have lived them even with this kind, good, intelligent, talented woman. Let's see, maybe if you didn't do the show, you could focus your energy elsewhere. Well, I certainly could focus my energy elsewhere. But what if I don't want to focus my energy elsewhere? I don't want to focus my energy elsewhere. I focus my energy all sorts of places. On people, on my work, on my fitness, on my spirituality. My financial improvement. What is my favorite quote of all time? Well, I attribute this to Martin Luther King Jr., and I'm not sure it originated with him, but it doesn't matter how fast you're going, or it doesn't matter how fast you're moving, as long as you're moving forward. And that would be, right now, my favorite quote of all time. Chocolate Teresa says, but I have kids. Yes, I do. 4 beautiful kids that I love very much. I don't know what the but is. In the but I have kids. Let's see. Bruce Willis be dropping some knowledge. I'm going to get a little more coffee. I'm having so much fun today. How old am I? We've already talked about that, but I'm willing to talk about it again. Can I get a cup of coffee? Can I get a cup of coffee? Let's see. I'm not Jewish. I don't even really understand what it means to be Jewish. Married, my 4 kids don't live with me. 2 of them are older and 2 are little. Both live primarily with my ex-wives. I have 2 ex-wives that live in the western suburbs of Chicago. I got my second divorce about 2 years ago. It was soul crushing to me because my dream was, I got first married in 2002, so 23 years ago, to a nice woman. And we had 2 beautiful kids. I think we had different visions in life, and we started going in different directions, and maybe I could have stuck it out and stayed together. Maybe we could have stuck it out and stayed together. And but we didn't. We got divorced, and it was a really hard time for me. It was 2013, and it was crushing because I described myself as a loving, happily married father of two beautiful girls, and got all my joy from my kids and all my good feeling from my kids. And when I was suddenly woke up in an apartment and my kids weren't there, went into serious depression. Met a beautiful young woman 5 or 6 years later after that divorce, and we started dating, and we got married and had two beautiful kids in a very short period of time, but we should never have been together. And I think we had a lot of passion, but not much. Our visions didn't align at all. And but was so honestly crushed by that divorce and feeling such negative emotions at the time. I was having serious trouble letting go and feeling okay, and letting all the negative, poison, toxic feelings out of my system, to the point I said, hey, I gotta get myself in a better position to better take care of my kids. Like I said, 4 months ago, I was living in my car, and I was picking up my kids 3 days a week and didn't have a place to take them, and was going, what am I doing? I'm having a hard time getting a job. I'm having a hard time moving forward. I'm having a hard time letting go. And said, I got to get out of there and put some new thoughts in my head, and start over, if you will, get in a better situation financially, and get to see my kids in a healthier fashion more regularly. Let's see. Hello there. Where am I from? Where am I from? I'm from the western suburbs of Chicago, but I'm coming at you from Wisconsin right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get more coffee because I'm having so much fun. I wonder if we're picking up any new subscribers today. Are we picking up any new subscribers today? Let's see. Ba-da-boo. Boo-doo-boo. Boo-doo-boo. Doo-doo-doo. That is sad. Well, you're still standing. That is good. It's sad I'm not with my two little ones. My little ones need their data, and I need them, but they need their data. They need to know that their dada loves them with his, don't get me crying. They're beautiful, and they need their data that, I don't know. I'm going to cry if I start talking about it. I miss them terribly. So I'm going to drink some more coffee. Watery-eyed. Good afternoon to you. Hello, Harsh. Hello, Navy SEAL. Hello, Toucan. But anyway, I don't know how many cups of coffee I've had, 3 or 4 today. Dude says girls have kids young at 15 to 18. Mad Acoustic says, I seem like a native Wisconsinite. I don't know what wrong, I don't feel I look totally, I'm growing a little facial hair right now. Don't get too attached to it. I'll shave it off soon. There's a lot of people in Wisconsin with beards. There's a lot of Green Bay Packer jerseys, and there's a lot of camouflage, and honestly, there's a lot of Make America Great hats. I don't own any of those things. I'm not against any of them. I don't have a beard. I couldn't imagine having a beard. I mean, this is kind of starting to bug me out already. And there's a lot of guys with full beards here. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Is it sweetened coffee? No, it's the Sumatra, and it's delicious. Do I like milk with my coffee? Never milk, sometimes cream. Is anybody new here? Please subscribe. Again, my page grows every day, and I'd like, I don't know. I don't even know if I'd like. I don't even know. What do I want? 10,000 subscribers, 100,000? I guess what I want a plaque. I know I want a plaque. My page grows every day. I make some money on this. It's fun. But what really drives me isn't the wealth I will have when I hit 100,000 subscribers. I mean, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. I'll be able to have a couch. Won't worry about, I don't know, rent or child support or car payments. And it's coming. But what really drives me is getting that plaque. Yeah. Getting that plaque. I never said 1 million by Christmas. I said 1 million in 5 years. I said I'd have 1 million subscribers in 5 years. I never said I'd have 1 million by Christmas. I might have said 100,000. That would be hard to do. I have law enforcement vibes. Have I ever worked in law enforcement or corrections? No. Gorilla says they'll donate to me. Well, if you want to send me money, that's cool. Tom, I never said I was going to have 1 million by Christmas. Am I going to sell coffee with Ken mugs again? I would love to sell coffee. I don't even care about selling them or making money on them, really. I really am not driven by money a whole heck of a lot. I think if I chase, as silly as it sounds, my dream, honestly, is just having a silly little plaque from YouTube saying you have 100,000 subscribers. I can't tell you how excited that gets. If I have 100,000 subscribers, I'll make about, I don't know, $7-8 grand a month here on YouTube. It seems most of you would probably rather take the 8 grand a month. I'd rather have the plaque. I don't know, but either way. Let's see. What do I do for a living? I work really hard. My main gig is content creation, but I have a side job that pays most of my bills that I'm keeping secret. Hello from UK. How are you? Somebody says, I'm full of nit. Perhaps I am full of nit. I am an aerospace engineer for Elon Musk. One of my best friends is an aerospace engineer. Toucan Tom, for some reason, is throwing negative vibes my way, Tom. And I'm wondering, it makes me think you're a troll. Because I've never seen your name before, so it almost feels like you're a troll that I blocked. And explain how I would get more subscribers. It seems to have petered out. Could you look at it more negatively? How would I get more subscribers? I get 20 a day. How has it petered out? Yeah. I think you're, for some reason, choosing to be very negative here, Toucan Tom. And it bores me. It bores me. I think it's so important to hang out with people that lift your spirits. And I don't think Tom is here to lift my spirits. The dude wants me to get a good lazy boy recliner today. I don't want a recliner. What I want is, and I was looking at him yesterday, apparently there's a furniture store right over there. Yeah, I might go look at. What I'm looking for is a couch with a chase little thing to kind of give the three-dimensional look like a sectional couch would in a smaller area. And as soon as I get that, I can get that for like $600, $700, $800. I'm gonna get a throw rug, a 5x8 rug, and it's gonna sit over there. And then I'm gonna get a TV. And pretty much I'm gonna have, because right now, look at the space over there. Mary, I just want you to know who you're talking to. That's my furnishings. I don't want you to chase me for my massive money yet. Don't sleep on Facebook Marketplace. I don't want to buy couches used or mattresses used. Do I have other hobbies except YouTube? This isn't a hobby. Is this a hobby? If I opened a store and sold merchandise and had no customers and was losing money every day, you'd say I am a small business owner. But I don't think people get it, that I make a profit doing this. And I have no cost of goods sold or no expenses from it. So every dollar I make on this is total profit. And 2 or 3 months ago, I was making like $600 a month doing YouTube. And now I'm probably down to a couple hundred, but it's because I started working every day and can't go live as often. What do I enjoy? Besides my kids, fishing. I got a fishing license last week, and I went out fishing 2 days in the last week. I enjoy going to church. I enjoy working out. I enjoy work. I enjoy coffee. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy a lot of things. I'm fascinated by people. I enjoy baths. I enjoy bananas. I don't have any desire. I sleep on a huge air mattress. I was in Walmart about 3 weeks ago, and right after I moved in, I don't even know. I've only been here 3 weeks. I got a kitchen table. I got some pictures on my wall. You guys want to see my bedroom? Do you guys want to see? Do we want to do a tour of my apartment? Look at that. Look at that. I'm very proud of my apartment. I've had really nice homes before, but for a guy that was sleeping in his car, sorry, Mary Bissett, here's my bedroom. There's my bedroom. That's an air mattress. I will tell you what, this was a great call. There's my pile of change. That's my savings. That's my emergency savings fund. I was thinking about, here, we'll just go this way so you can see it. I was at Walmart and looking at mattresses. Somebody said you should get a foam mattress from Walmart. So I went, and they were a few $100, and then you had to get a stand. And I didn't know how I was gonna lift the mattress out. Money's tight. I'm going, do I really want this right now? And somebody said, get an air mattress. This is an awesome air mattress. It was $65. When I get a full-time real mattress, it's gonna become my guest bed, and I think it works out perfectly. Here's my bathroom. Here's my bathroom. There's my bath, one of my hobbies. We'll go over here. Look at the windows. Look at the windows. Look at that cool brick wall. Look at my kitchen table. Isn't it cute as a button? And my laundry room. I love my apartment. I'm looking forward to getting a little a couch with a chase. I didn't even know what a chase was till the other day. maybe a TV over there. I don't know if the TV is going to conflict with my picture or not. And a little 5x8 rug right there. So those are my plans. Oh, it's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting. My bathroom is nicer than yours. Yeah, this apartment's amazing. Honestly, I think it's cool as heck. Somebody was saying, oh, your walls suck, they're tile. No, this is not tile. This is awesome. This is like 100-year-old brick. This building was an old building. Used to be it was just a real old building. And they turned it into loft apartments. I don't know when. But either way, it's got high ceilings. It's got big space. It's got a nice kitchen. It's got a nice bathroom. It's got laundry. I can't tell you how nice that is. You know, for an apartment. Yeah, Helen, it is. It's really nice. And I'll tell you what, it's affordable. Here I'm in Wisconsin. To have this in my hometown of Naperville, near downtown, would cost twice as much as it does here. It would be $2,500 or so in downtown Naperville, and it's about half that here. And because it's half that, if I work real hard, I can cover my financial responsibilities, grow coffee with Ken, and keep a roof over my head and pay for my car. In Naperville, I was in trouble and couldn't afford any of it. You're across the lake in Michigan. Can I tell us what I do? I don't want to tell you what I do. I have people that watch my show that don't like me very much for whatever reason. I don't even care what reason. But I was working in a restaurant as a waiter last fall. I'd never mentioned what I did, but I was very well known in Naperville, and word got out where I worked. I had stalkers filming me going into my restaurant and posting videos and hashtagging my restaurant and calling my bosses and harassing them. And it just created a tense situation and an uncomfortable situation. No boss wants to be harassed about their employee. You know, nobody wants to hashtag and then say mean things. You know, that's just lame. And at the same time, they were calling me a piece of shit dad for not sending more child support to my ex-wives. Well, stop trying to get me fired, you losers. It was ridiculous. So now, unfortunately, I don't get to really talk about what I do here. So, yeah. Houdini was a badass. Houdini's from Appleton, Wisconsin. I'd heard that. It's strange because I've been here 2 months. I haven't seen like a statue of Houdini. There's some cool stuff here in Appleton. Really cool stuff. There's an awesome children's museum right over there. There's this huge, amazing performing arts center right there that puts on amazing, great shows, something you'd see in Chicago. It's amazing that it's in Appleton. Super cool coffee shops, smoke shops, record stores, bars, restaurants. And again, I don't smoke or drink, but I just think it's cool to have that urban vibe. Yeah, I really like the urban vibe. And I could go be on a lake or fishing within 5 miles, probably in every direction. There used to be a museum on College Avenue. There still is. I haven't been in it, but there still is. Oh, a Houdini museum? Okay, well, I don't know about that. Do I get into politics much? Like talk about politics? I can talk about politics. Yeah, no, it was weird. I kid you not. There was somebody lurking in the car across the street videotaping me, and they made a video making fun of me walking into work. I was waiting tables. I wasn't doing it. I didn't spit. I didn't litter. I just was walking into work, and they thought it would be funny to make a video of me. I tell you what, it tells you what I'm doing is working. I don't know. If you can make so much people so passionate that they're going to stalk you. You know it's very basic, but do I support Trump? See, that seems too politically charged. Did I vote for Trump? Yes. Do I wear a MAGA hat? No. Am I a Trumper? No. I tell you what, there's no way I was going to vote for Kamala Harris. There's no way I would have voted for Kamala Harris. And I'm intrigued that I think we needed to go in the direction we're going a little bit. Have I ever thought about getting another scooter? Every day. I need a couch before I need a scooter. I need to pay my bills before I need a scooter. But yeah, I would love to get another scooter. I had a scooter for the last 10 years and loved it, and sold it, honestly. It was a Suzuki Bergman 400. I had no money. Like I said, I was living in my car, basically. At that point, I was renting a basement from a dude, but I had no money in my account, had my car, which is a Kia Soul, and had a Suzuki Bergman 400 that I loved, that got me to and fro Yellowstone last year. Sold it for like $1,700, took that money, paid various payments, I don't need to go into specifics, and drove up to Wisconsin and said, I need to to kick ass, to get away from this place and kick some ass. So in the last 2 months, I had no job, no home, and about $1,200 in my pocket, or maybe 1,000 2 months ago, and got a job, checked into a hotel, stayed in the hotel for 5 weeks, got this apartment, and here I am in front of you. And I will tell you what, from where I was 4 months ago, this is a meteoric rise. And I continue to go live every day on YouTube, and I will tell you what, I'm going in the right direction, and it feels really good. But I'd love to get a scooter again. Somebody asked if who I voted for. I would never have voted for that Crawford woman. I'm not registered to vote in the state of Wisconsin. There was a big election for Supreme Court. It was like some woman named Crawford against some guy named Schimmel or something like that. And I had just moved to my hotel and was watching commercials, and Crawford was running such vicious attack ads on Schimmel. And again, I didn't know either of their politics and really almost don't care. But I thought they were so distasteful and so wrong, and it made politics seem so sleazy. And I was grossed out by it. So I never would have voted for the person that ran those attack ads. So I would have voted for Schimmel just because he was being viciously attacked every night on TV. Josh, I will absolutely be able to get another scooter. It's fun. I'm kind of shopping for a scooter. I don't have any money. I have some money, but it's enough to cover my expenses. And I make money when I work. And I work almost every day. And I'll get another scooter. I'll get a couch. I'll get a rug. Yeah, things are going in the right direction. It wasn't any worse than Trump's Easter tweet yesterday. I don't know what Trump tweeted yesterday. It is a great area, Stank Nasty. It's a great area. It's a neat area all around Lake Winnebago. Somebody's suggesting the Honda Grom. I'm not familiar with the Honda Grom. I don't think, and I'm almost a scooter expert. Is that sold in the United States? I'm guessing it's not because I'm not familiar with it. Honda Grom. I'll tell you, eventually I'm going to get a two-car garage, and I might get a couple scooters for fun. Okay, Independent Liberty asked, a better question is, can people talk about politics and be civil and objective? I think I can. I think I can. I'd say I'm proudly independent. I was talking to my nephews a month ago, and I've talked for about 15 years how, maybe longer, it seems we have border issues. And I think the issue is we are trying to prevent a certain segment of the world from coming into the United States. And we're having immigration issues. And I go, I know a lot of Mexican people, Mexican Americans, or Mexican people, or whatever you want to say, that came to this country, but were born in Mexico. And they seem like good, hardworking family people that are nice. And I was going, well, if they want to come here, why don't we save them the trip and adopt Mexico as a state, or if they want to become part of the United States. My nephews disagreed tremendously and thought it would water down our system, and I thought it would enhance our system. So, but anyway, we had a nice conversation about that. You wanted an X-Max 300, but it's like 1,000 more than the CRF 300. Josh, are you not from the States? I'm not familiar with the CRF 300. I do know the X-Max. The Grom is a small street bike. Okay. No, I don't want a Grom. I get it. Thanks, Josh. I know what the Grom is. Yeah, it's not a scooter. It's a little baby motorcycle, kind of. I don't want one of those. And I don't want 125 cc's. You wanted an X-Max 300. Those are cool. I might go the other way. I might get a bigger bike. I might get a bigger bike and a littler bike. If I got a two-car garage, I loved my Suzuki Bergman 400. It was big enough that it got me across the country and back. But I had such a great time on that trip, I might get a Suzuki Bergman 650, if you will, and would love the heck out of that. Might be too big. I really like my Bergman 400. Honestly, I don't know why I wouldn't get another one of those. It was versatile. I could tool around town, or I could travel cross country. But I'd also love to get a little Honda Metropolitan 50cc bike. 50cc bike. Somebody's saying the CBR 750. I'm not familiar with it. Yes, it would definitely go next to the red Audi. Somebody's asking if I have a dream car or any vehicle. I've had as nice of cars as you can have, basically. And I don't have a dream car, but as Toucan Tom brought up, I had an Audi A6 that I think, for me, I really enjoyed. It was sporty, it was functional, it was family, it was classy, all rolled into one nice package. And I would like to get maybe another Audi A6 at some point. So yeah, if I had a dream car, but it's silly to call it a dream car because it was the last car I had, would be the Audi A6. And yeah, should I get some more coffee? I'm having fun. Our audience has dwindled a little bit. We're down to 42 viewers. That's okay, though. Doesn't matter how fast you're going as long as you're moving forward. Where is Mary? I don't know. Maybe she had to go back to work. I want a Yugo. I'm old enough to remember what a Yugo is. I own a Kia Soul right now. Honestly, I really like my Kia Soul. I don't know why I wouldn't want the Kia Soul. I don't know why my Kia Soul's not my dream car. I mean, it feels a little light on the highway. You know, it doesn't feel as, yeah, I don't know. I really like my car. But I'll get an Audi A6 again probably someday soon. Let me get a little more coffee. Getting hungry. I might have to sign off just for hunger's sake. I got that banana staring at me over there. Not that a banana really fills you up, but it's still staring at me. Woodworking says, Kias are indestructible. I don't know. I've only had mine about 6 months, but I'm really enjoying it. It's got nice space. It's got amazing gas mileage. And it seems functional as heck. It's emasculating. Toucan Tom, I won't disagree with you. It's not the most macho car I've ever driven, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with my feminine side. I'm in touch with it. Yeah, I like my Kia Soul. It's even white. I don't know if that's especially feminine colored, but black would be tougher. I see Kia Souls. I get excited when I see them. I really do. Oh, so good. Hey, we jumped up to 47 people. We jumped up to 47 people. I think we got a lot of people signing off because it's 8:50, and I've talked for 86 minutes. We got 51. If the audience had spiked back up, I might just keep talking. Kia thefts have been very trendy over the last few years, somebody's saying. They're bringing up that my car is less likely to be stolen. That's interesting because my insurance got cut in half when I changed it to this address. And that felt good. That felt good. Yeah, my insurance got cut in half moving to Wisconsin. So maybe you're right about it, less likely being stolen. And as I've said before, my Audi A6 did get stolen in Naperville. I didn't think it would. So much so that I left it in the driveway with the keys in it. Somebody decided that they did want my car, so they took it. I eventually got it back. Yeah, I eventually got it back. Yeah, Appleton is a great place. It really is. Again, just walking over there, seeing those cool homes near town. It's fun. Have you explored Wisconsin or went to new places there? No, not really. I mean, I've driven through Wisconsin a bunch. I've gone back to Chicago 2 or 3 times, and I've gone to Roscoe, Illinois 3 times. So I haven't explored, I haven't gone to different cities or anything. I've been to Oshkosh a couple times. But no, I haven't really explored Wisconsin yet. Where have I been to today? It's 8:50 in the morning. I woke up, I came out here, I made my coffee, and I sat at my table. That's where I've been to today. Tomas Spain says, remember me. Your name sounds familiar, Tomas. I'm doing great this morning. Oh, I haven't even eaten a banana today. I'm not scheduled to work. I can't tell you, that's exciting. What's super exciting is I could go work if I wanted and I wouldn't dread it and I'd make money. That's exciting too. I think I'm in a really good spot. Love my home, love the town, love the job. The only issue right now is working out a schedule with my kids. Am I going to do the opening bell with Ken? No. No, I mean, obviously the opening bell's already happened. Plus, I don't have CNBC, so I'm not in touch with the markets. I saw they were going to open down today. What do I do for work? I don't know. I'm keeping that kind of quiet. What I'm going to do for work long term is build Coffee with Ken into the massive show that is the international show that is seen by millions every day. But I have a side job that I work at almost every day that covers most of my expenses. Yeah, so that's what I do. Oh, it's good. Wow, we talked an hour and a half today. I wonder if I picked up any subscribers. Well, Devil God is having coffee as well. It is 9:53 in the Philippines. You like to watch my lives every night. I wonder why you like to watch my lives every night. I mean, I appreciate you do. Is it my voice? Is it my opinions? But a lot of people watch, and and for different reasons. Do I work at Pick and Save? No, but I've been at a Pick and Save 2 or 3 times in the last couple of weeks. And I think I like it. I have a Mariano's store card, because we had a Mariano's down in the western suburbs of Chicago. And I really used to shop there a lot, and now I shop at Pick and Save here because it's the same owner, so I can use the same store card. No, I don't work at Pick and Saves. If I did a book on tape, you'd listen. It's a good voice. I appreciate that. My energy is just different. Yeah, I think I have a very positive energy and a very positive vibe. John B., I appreciate. John B., are you the John that's into the markets? I had a couple Johns on at the same time. Yeah, I had a couple Johns at the same time, and one of them was big into the markets, and we would talk about the stock market or Bitcoin or Trump or tariffs or various things, and that was kind of fun. Okay. Adam says, look, I'm not a homosexual man, but if you were a homosexual man, you'd consider dating me. Well, Adam, I appreciate that, but I'm not a homosexual either. But I think gay men really like me. I don't know why. And I apologize to any gay man that doesn't like me. I'm not trying to be pompous, but I think men hit on me a lot. I wish I was gay. I could be taken to dinner and wined and dined, left and right. But alas, I like women. Let's see. What is my favorite type of coffee? Well, right now I'm drinking the Starbucks Sumatra and really enjoying it. You're aging like a fine wine. What's wrong with gays? Did I say anything was wrong with gays? What I like about my show is I think it's pretty understood. I'm not against anybody, so I get to say things. Most people would be afraid to bring up race or sexuality or gender or politics on when they talk. But I think I'm fairly open-minded about anything. I don't care if you're black, white, or green, a homosexual, trans, whatever. You voted for Kamala or you voted for Trump. It doesn't matter to me. But I also am open-minded enough to say where I'm at and who I am, that I'm a straight white man that voted for Trump, but I'm okay with whoever you are. And I think it'd be better if we could talk more openly about stuff. But it seems 5 years ago, and it's maybe been going on longer than that, you couldn't say, like in Naperville where I lived, you couldn't put a Trump sign up in your yard. Somebody would throw a brick through your window. And I'm not saying anyone else should or shouldn't vote for Trump or who they should vote for, but you should be able to express your beliefs and not be hated for them. Not be hated enough for them. Do I have any Muslim friends? I mean, I can't think of any people that I know that are Muslim friends. I mean, I think she was Muslim. I don't know. She was Egyptian. But honestly, no, I don't. I might be forgetting some. But I wouldn't say I have any good Muslim friends. I'd be lying if I did, but I'm not against somebody being Muslim at all. Just don't have a lot of Muslims in my area. Do I have any new friends or pals in Wisconsin? I mean, every day I meet new people and I build relationships. Give you a YouTuber name. I don't know what that means. Why is there so much suffering in the world, Ken? Well, first of all, I'd say, is there so much suffering? Or you're wondering why isn't there? I think we as a society and we as individuals should strive to get a little better every day. And if we, again, as society and as individuals, didn't go through hardships, if we didn't struggle with things, we'd have no reason to work on ourselves or get better. You know, I don't like that there's people that are homeless or hungry or at war or what have you. But if there wasn't bad stuff going on, I don't think we could appreciate the good stuff that we have in our lives. And I think a lot of people just choose to focus on the bad stuff in their lives and in the world. And I think we'd all be better off focusing on the blessings we have and the positive things that are going on in our life. What is my opinion about tariffs? It's an uncomfortable question, and I apologize. Generally, I'm a free market guy. I think the United States needed to go in a different direction. And I have a hunch most of our trade deals we had with the rest of the world were probably screwing the United States. And I'm not saying I'm pro-tariff, but I'm going to give Trump a longer leash than some will to do what he thinks is best. And I'm not saying I'm pro-tariff. Again, I'm generally a free market guy, but I'm not too worried about the tariffs. I don't know any YouTubers, really. I don't really know. I don't really watch a whole lot of videos. EasyBCLS says healthcare should be a bit socialized. I hate to think, I have two thoughts about it. I hate to think anybody's sick and doesn't get good medical care. But I also think medical care is too expensive and overused. Again, I saw an orthopedic guy and he was ready to give me a knee replacement 2 years ago. And I had insurance and it would have paid it and my knee would have been replaced. But some insurance company, hey, somebody sent me 99 cents. Thank you so much. Or my knee would have been replaced, but the insurance company would have had to pay a bill of who knows how much it costs to replace a knee. Does anybody? It might be $50,000 for a surgery that I don't think I really needed. And I think that happens all the time. I think they order x-rays, they order EKGs, they order tests constantly for things that aren't needed, really. We don't have to know everything. You know, we can't control everything. And although I cherish the value of human life, I don't know, when I'm old and gray, you know, I don't know that we need to stretch out every day of my life, and I'll just say it about me. And sometimes we can let people pass with dignity and grace and not do everything we can to extend the life or replace the knee or run the test. I think we do too much of that. And I'm not saying we shouldn't have good medical care, but I just think We don't need to do $50,000 knee replacement surgeries for everybody that has a sore knee. We just don't. And I think doctors overprescribe and overtest because they're a business too. The medical community is a business. And they sell things, and we buy them because the insurance pays for it, and we don't have to foot the bill. Yeah. Have I heard about students getting deported and their visas getting revoked? Do you think this is true? What's my opinion? I don't really know or have. Are they, again, I would like to have more open borders than we do here in the States. I think the world has a lot of individuals that offer value to the United States. I'd like to see the United States expand and expand our borders. I've heard Canadians don't want to become part of the United States. I'm cool with that. But if Mexico wants to become part of the United States, I'd love it. I'd love it. Yeah, okay, there's it. You saw a Facebook reel that said an ambulance took her for 2 minutes and then charged her like $1,000. That happens all the time. I was in my lobby the other day and a cop walked in. Apparently there was an older gentleman having some issue and somebody called the police and the cops wanted to call an ambulance. And the guy was walking out. He might have had a walker or something. And they go, do you want us to call an ambulance? And he goes, no, I'm not paying for that. $1,000 saved, you know? Yeah, we spend so much money on medical care. It's stupid. It's stupid, is what I think. You know, every trip to a doctor costs a few $100, and they send you to a specialist that costs a few $1,000. You know, nobody can pay for that. It doesn't matter. Insurance can't pay for it. That's why insurance is so crazy high and so many people don't have insurance. Somebody says Greenland should become a state. I don't know if there's enough people that live in Greenland for it to be a state. What's the most expensive bill that I got from the hospital? Just curious. I don't even know. And I probably didn't get the bill. I mean, I was in a motorcycle wreck in college. I tore my esophagus once in college. I'm sure those were bills over 10 grand, but I don't know what they were. Medical's a racket. Yeah, referral. I think medical is a racket. I think it's a huge business. The reason everybody makes so much money is because they say you need to go see this doctor, and this doctor's going to charge you huge amounts of money, and yeah, you bounce back and forth. Again, I got referred to an orthopedic who suggested I get a knee replacement. This was 2 years ago. I don't know, my knee aches, but it might ache even if I had it replaced. Maybe I'm just meant to have an achy knee. Okay, 2K and Tam. When I'm with my kids, do people think I'm their granddad? I don't know if they do or don't. I don't know. Yeah. Connor says it's his last day on Earth. Huh. I don't know what to say about that, Connor. Won't dive too deep in that. Let's see. We've had a great show tonight. A great show today. An hour and 44 minutes. I don't look a day over 45. Well, you're sweet for saying that. Hendrik says he's happy to live in Germany. Without free health care, you'd be in debt for generations. From your 26 years on this planet, you spent 3 in hospitals. Well, Hendrik, I'd be curious why you spent 3 years in hospitals. Why were you in hospitals for 3 years? That doesn't sound good. if you needed to be in hospitals. But I'm wondering, is it possible that you spend too much time in hospitals? How old am I? I'm 56. I do feel really good for 56. Yeah. I don't know, how long are we going to talk? I don't know what that means, Toucan Tom. I've never heard that expression. Let's see. Let me see. Well, I don't know what else I have for you, but I do know we've had a great show. I do know it's Monday morning. I do know it's kind of cloudy and wet outside. I do know I'm not scheduled to work today. I do know I'm really excited about the day and very caffeinated. Yeah. Hello, Viking Eric. How are you? How are you, Viking Eric? Wonder if you're from Finland or Norway or Sweden. Yeah. Have you guys all subscribed? Have you all subscribed to my show? What is my pet? I don't currently have a pet. I think I'd love to get a dog again someday. I was divorced 2 years ago and we had to put our dog up for adoption. And it still makes me sad thinking about when I see her pictures. She was a good girl and I miss her a lot. But I think I'd like to get a dog again someday when I get a house with a 2-car garage and a fenced yard and have my kids up out frequently to play with it. Let's see. Do I know who is subscribed? No, I don't know who is subscribed to my page. I can't tell by seeing the names flow by who is subscribed and who isn't. I could change it to subscriber-only comments, but I don't know. I think the trolls are easily handleable on YouTube that I don't really need to. Good morning, Jason. How are you? How you doing? I'm getting hungry, guys. I am getting hungry. That banana's still sitting over there laughing at me, saying, you think it would increase my subscriber count by a lot if I went subscriber-only comments? Rugby lifestyle. I'm great, Jason. I look like your dad. Your dad must be very handsome. How am I? I'm good. Do I make my own food? I mean, I'll tell you what I really do and what gets me through. You think people would subscribe more if they were able to comment only through subscriber only? Don't you think most people subscribe anyone? Let's see, you've got 30,000 subscribers and 45 million views. Subscriber only doesn't help. Well, then I'll just have to keep growing 20 a day. Have to keep growing 20 a day. Or they'll unsubscribe after. I don't want to trap anybody into subscribing. I want people here that want to be here. I'm doing great, Rugby. Oh, somebody asked if I cook my own food. What I tend to do is, and what I've been doing is a couple times a week I'll go to the grocery store and I'll get like 3 pounds of ground beef. And I'll cook it up and I'll put it in my fridge in Tupperware and I use it for almost every meal I have. Last night when I got home from work, I heated up some ground beef, put some cheese on it and just ate that and then went to sleep. Super high in protein. And tastes really good. I make quesadillas, I make broccoli and ground beef. So basically, I'm a simpleton when it comes to cooking, but I think my food tastes pretty good. Yeah, yeah. Got a little coffee left. What advice do I have for young people? What advice do I have for young people? I don't know. Keep going. Life gets hard, but keep going. Yeah. Let's see. You do the same. I think Tucker Tarlson's trying to make fun of me. I'm doing great, Tucker Tarlson. I'm doing fantastic. I'm not only doing fine, I'm doing awesome. Yeah. So anyway, we've had a great show today, and it's Monday morning, but the hunger pains in my belly are starting to get the best of me. And I just want to thank you all for joining me this Monday morning. And anybody new, please subscribe to my show. I have a lot of fun. I go live every morning. And yeah, I appreciate you hopping on. Am I craving McDonald's? Not really at all. Not really at all. But anyway, again, I'm excited about my day, and I hope you're excited about your day as well. Hope you had a great, great weekend. Hope you had a happy Easter Sunday. Hope you have a wonderful Monday. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.